Welcome to the MLS Show. Me, Baz, Ped.
Go ahead.
To discuss the weekend's action of Major League Soccer. Let's begin Thursday. It was, Ped. New York City.
The lad's getting the weekend off. Well, Frankie getting time to go around the zoo and that.
He was able to do whatever he wanted this weekend. Because
probably went the Open, didn't he? Probably went to watch the tennis.
Well,
I reckon he moved it to the 30 just for Frank, so we can go and watch the tennis.
Well, at the moment,
it's MLS for you. Love it.
At the moment, they should be moving things for him because he
is moving heaven and earth for New York City.
He is on fire. Of course, they named it, the mayor of New York named it Frank Lampard Day.
This time last year, he was having a mayor in New York.
And now the mayor is naming it Frank Lampard Day. Just a little side note. It was quite a funny story, really, because basically playing DC United, it's been proclaimed as Frank Lampard Day.
Yeah.
They give him a big presentation beforehand on scoring 300 goals, a big certificate and everything else.
Not an MLS, obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously in his career, 300 career goals. They give him a ring engraved with 300 goals. Yeah.
Big ring.
He'd actually scored 299 at kick-off time. At kick-off time. Which might have been a little bit embarrassing.
Premature.
They went a bit early with the ring and the certificate. However, as it transpired,
did they though?
They must have known. They looked in the stars. Tea leaves were there. Anyway, New York City continuing their fine form. Went behind in the game, Lloyd Sam, with a well-taken goal. His first since leaving New York Red Bulls for DC United.
That is a well-timed goal.
It certainly was. Patrick Nyako with the ball through and Lloyd Sam slotting it in to give DC the lead. DC have been up and down, but they've been a nuisance side this season. I think they've done quite well in patches. They took the lead and held the lead. That was in 36 minutes. Held it until, David Villa, goal number 17.
10 minutes to go.
This season.
Lovely goal.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he?
Fantastic for 2 seasons, hasn't he?
Incredible, really.
But the weird thing is I think it's almost like gone under the radar how good he is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just, I suppose, not having to worry about being the only genuine world class star there has really helped them. I mean, don't get me wrong, last season when he was the only genuine world class star, when they were waiting for the other two, he was brilliant then. But I think this season, not since the emergence of Frank Lampard, but I think we did. There was times where they relied on David Villa so much that when he was opportunity, I can't remember what game it was. People will tell us. But I think there was a game where he missed a couple of chances. He did score, but he missed a couple of chances, and he ended up losing the game or something like that. But that's not happening at the moment because the other players are chipping in, which really, really helps. Because don't forget, he's mid-30s. He's not going to be able to do it all on his own. But having those other couple of players in there now, and don't get me wrong, it's not just the DPs. The other players are really chipping in. Yeah. It's really helped them, and he's just scoring for fun, and it's great to see.
Absolutely. I mean, fantastic. Earlier in the season, I think last year my criticism of him was he was too wide. He was always seems to be dropping into that left-hand area. But now, I think he's been more central this season, and he's got 17 goals. And obviously, they've been helped by the likes of the emergence of Jack Harrison. I know you spoke to Jamie Redknapp the other week about Jack Harrison.
Timed that well, didn't I? Go and see Jamie Redknapp about Frank Lampard. Timed that well.
Check that video out if you haven't done so already. But Jamie Redknapp said he'd caught the eye. Yeah. Frank Lampard had told him after the game that the kid was from England and everything else. But then Frank got in on the act anyway. Back to the game, he put New York City ahead in the 85th minute, which what looked like the winner. It was a Frank Lampard, typical Frank Lampard goal. But DC didn't lay down, and Lamar Nagel with a header off a corner to make it 2-2, and then Frank pops up in there late on.
Frank time.
To to take his career record to 301 goals.
Mad, isn't it? That's, again, as I say, that's why you have... Again, going back to what you're saying about David Villa there, I think what happens with really good players when they're in struggling sides, and they take it upon themselves to try and do everything. Yeah. And what generally happens is they get dragged, they end up providing a lot of the balls, and it's like, it's almost like I wish we had him crossing it, and I wish we had him finishing it. And then and this is what happens when you get better players in better sides, is that they do have those kind of players to cross it and those kind of players to finish it. That's what happens in good sides, and he's been he's been aided, and Frank Lampard in the last few weeks has just been phenomenal.
He's got 11 goals this season. He's now got 14 in 26 for New York City.
That's 1 in 2.
That is
Frank
incredible. Lampard stats.
That's centre forward stats.
Yeah,
that's incredible. That's incredible.
And there's no, I mean, you know, we've watched them for many years now, and including over in the United States, and there's no sign that he's slowing up just because that area where he plays.
I think when he first come into it, you've seen a sign that he's slowing up because he had that injury and he just couldn't shake it off.
Yeah.
That will always be the worry with any player like Steven Gerrard at the moment at Galaxy. That is the problem. They don't. It's funny enough. If anyone watched our transfer deadline day thing on Ball Street, you would have got a sign of this, right? I had to have a foot race in the car park against a lad who was a few years younger than me. I beat him convincingly. It was never really in doubt. And I said to one of the lads, he said to me, he was like, "Oh, you're all right?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "When you get older, you don't lose it, you know. You just can't recover as well." It's the same with like when you go for a few drinks. You can drink as hard as anyone. You just take about 3 weeks to recover. And that's the problem. You're as good as you always were. You just take longer to recover. So if you get an injury when you're, 34, 35, 36, whatever, it will take you, your body just can't recover the way it used to. And you might have skipped into training the week after and just shook that off. Yeah. Can't do it when you get in your mid-30s. It will take you a while to shake that off. And that will always be the problem with these players.
I mean, if you did watch that Ball Street thing, you'll have seen me slotting quite a few. Missed a couple, but slotted a few penalties. Just going on. About 2 days later, thigh pulling because I haven't kicked the ball for a while. It's still tender today. That's what happens. You can't recover. But what I mean is, if you can get him fit, he can still score goals. I would say next season as well, just because he just knows how to put the ball in the net. If he doesn't have to run a lot, fantastic. And there's not many in MLS who can finish better than Frank Lampard.
No, he's got this uncanny habit of being in the right place at the right time, and it's not a habit. It's actually a skill. Tim Cahill in a way was sort of like Frank Lampard light when he played for Everton.
Yeah.
You know, he was another one who just had learned how to just be in the right place at the right time. And as I say, it's not luck. It's an art. It's a skill. Because what happens is, what they always say to strikers is, find some space, stay on the move. What really intelligent players do is let other players move and stay in the same place, because they know 9 out of 10 times where that ball's going to drop, and they'll be there just putting it in.
The amount of goals Lampard scored running in late, and it'll just break and he just sweeps it in. Fantastic. We look at just the league table there, we see New York City still top, of course, in the Eastern Conference, in a fantastic place, comfortably in playoff position now, of course. So massive improvement on last season. Patrick Vieira, just quickly, impressed you with what he's done with New York City this season?
Of course. How can you not be impressed? You know, he's come in, it's his rookie season.
Because a lot of people were disappointed when Jason Kreis was sacked, of course. Vieira came in.
Of course they were, but
you know,
and I think it's almost like what we've seen in Orlando this year. You do get the people who say, "Well, what are you doing? You know, you don't know the system, you don't know how it works." I always felt like Vieira could do a good job, and we spoke about this before. The fact that he wasn't coming from a league setup, he was coming from a coaching setup. He was coming from the Man City development team, and he's been a great player, so therefore he gets the respect of everybody. I think that's always going to be a problem when you have big personalities and big like DPs. Shows you medals, isn't it? It shows you medals time.
That's it, yeah.
Those players can just go, "What have you won?" You know, if someone walks up to you and go, "You know, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that," you go, "What did you win as a player?" There's very few managers who can get over that. Bruce Arena has done it in MLS. I think he used to play lacrosse or something, didn't he? He was never a footballer. Just did very well coaching. The likes of Arsene Wenger and Mourinho have managed to do it in world football just because of how well they've done. But it's very hard in football to have that. So he's done really, really well. He's got everything's in place to support him. I think that's key as well. They would have been willing to be patient with him, because they've probably got a plan for him to go back to Man City maybe at some point, and this is part of the plan. That's no disrespect to New York, because they're getting fantastic value out of him. It's all fallen into line. They've had a great season, and it's really, really interesting at the top of the Eastern Conference with them and New York Red Bulls.
If you just quickly looking at it, I mean, 48 goals scored, 47 conceded, so we only got a +1. Look at Red Bulls, one below, 47, only 35 against. They did, of course, beat New York City 7-0 or 7-1. 7-0, wasn't it, at Yankee Stadium? But they've been absolutely fantastic. Lampard has been absolutely fantastic from there as well. It's been proclaimed as Frank Lampard Day.
Yeah.
They give him a big presentation beforehand on scoring 300 goals, a big certificate and everything else.
Not an MLS, obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously in his career, 300 career goals. They give him a ring in grey. Welcome to the MLS Show. Me, Baz, Ped.
Go ahead.
To discuss the weekend's action of Major League Soccer. Let's begin Thursday. It was, Ped. New York City.
The lad's getting the weekend off. Well, Frankie getting time to go around the zoo and that.
He was able to do whatever he wanted this weekend because
probably went the Open, didn't he? Probably went to watch the tennis.
Well,
I reckon he moved it to the 30 just for Frank, so we can watch the tennis.
Well, at the moment,
it's MLS for you. Love it.
At the moment, they should be moving things for him because he is
moving heaven and earth for New York City.
He is on fire. Of course, they named it. The mayor of New York named it Frank Lampard Day.
This time last year he was having a mayor in New York.
And now the mayor is naming it Frank Lampard Day. Just a little side note. It was quite a funny story really, because basically playing DC United